This is all our property, so
Oh,
okay, yeah.
So, would you recognize these two if you saw them again? If we were to do a photo lineup, would you recognize them again?
Yeah.
And willing to go forward with prosecution? Yes.
We pulled into Michael's. We're getting out of the car, and a couple was parked in front of us. They followed us into the store, followed us throughout the store, followed us through checkout. We're on the phone right behind us. I heard them making comments about my children's hair color and eyes, and I thought it was just to be polite. I walk out to my car. There's a large white van. My car with easy access.
There were two people who did this?
I'm sorry?
There were two people who did this?
Yes, it was a couple, but then there was a third person that was in the white van.
In December 2020, social media influencer Kathleen Sorensen made shocking allegations that quickly went viral. She claimed that her children had been the targets of an attempted kidnapping by a Latino couple at a Michael's craft store in Petaluma, California. Her Instagram video, where she detailed the alleged incident, gained widespread attention, fueling public fear and controversy.
Monday of this week, my children were the targets of attempted kidnap, which is such a weird thing to even vocalize, but it happened. And I want to share that story with you in an effort to raise awareness as to what signs to look for, and to just encourage parents to be more aware of their surroundings and what is going on around them. I think right now we are so distracted by everything that's going on in the world that we are kind of have our guards up so much about masks and wanting to keep our children safe that way, that we're forgetting the most important way to keep them safe, and that is with us, and to not have them taken. So I'm going to share a story in an effort to raise that awareness, but I'm not ready. This is hard for me. I'm not ready to share this story, but I know it's important, and I would rather be uncomfortable and awkward and get the message out sooner than wait until I feel composed, because I don't know if I'll ever be composed talking about this. So here we go. On Monday, like I said, my children were the targets of attempted kidnap. We went to Michael's craft store just to run a few errands, get some things to make some homemade gifts. Very quick trip. I have not taken my children out a lot as of late, but this was just a situation where we just needed to run this errand, and I thought I came prepared. I brought the double stroller, thinking I'd just throw them in, cover them up, put the cover on top, and just walk through the store quickly, grab our stuff, and go. I only had 2 items I needed to grab, and then I did a Target pickup, so that was the only time we were getting out of the car. So we get to Michael's. I park as far away as possible, in an effort to not inconvenience others with our big stroller. That was always my go-to. Whenever I brought the double stroller, I'd park far away so that people wouldn't be frustrated with me taking forever getting the stroller in and out. That is the first thing that from this day forward I will be doing differently, if I ever choose to bring my kids out again.
However, as authorities investigated, a different story emerged, one that would ultimately lead to Sorensen's conviction. In this video, we'll break down the case using Bodycam footage and official reports to reveal the truth behind the allegations. Kathleen Sorensen first contacted the police on December 7, 2020, claiming that a couple had followed her around the store, made comments about her children, and tried to kidnap them. She alleged that they even attempted to grab her stroller as she left the store. However, surveillance footage from the store contradicted her story, showing no evidence of an abduction attempt. Despite this, Sorensen doubled down on her claims in a widely shared Instagram video. As the bodycam footage continues, Kathleen Sorensen speaks with PEPT Officer McGovern. She reiterates her belief that she was being followed inside the store, describing the couple's behavior as suspicious and unsettling.
And they were kind of suspicious. They were watching me. I took a while to get out of the car because I had a stroller.
Okay.
I have 2 kids. And so they were kind of hanging around watching me, and I thought I was being suspicious. They followed me throughout the entire store, every aisle I went down, got in line right behind me. We're talking on the phone, and they were I wasn't listening to everything they said, but they did say blonde hair, blue-eyed, boy, girl. They were talking about my kids, I think.
Okay.
And then we were in line. It was a very long line. The lady in front of me could kind of sense they were being off. They were just getting really close and just kind of saying weird things.
Okay.
And then she let me get in front of her. I checked out. They should have taken a while because they were another person behind me.
Yeah.
They must have put their stuff down. They just followed me right out to the car. I called my husband, and we have a code word, so I said it, and he's just stayed on the phone with me until I got the kids out. They were walking in circles around my car first, and then as I was buckling my daughter in, they came up to the stroller, did one circle around the stroller, saw that I was watching them, and I don't know why I got too scared to say something to them, so I saw an old man behind them, and he was looking, and we just made eye contact. I said, "Excuse me, could you help me lift this?" And he was an older man, so he must have had a caretaker or something.
Yeah.
They both came over and helped me and stayed with me until I left.
She explains how they seemed to linger near her and her children, watching them closely and whispering to each other. Officer McGovern listens attentively, asking for specific details about what happened. She explains that at one point, the man came uncomfortably close to her shopping cart, intensifying her fear. Feeling uneasy, she quickly gathered her children and left the store. However, as she reached the parking lot, she noticed the couple exiting the store shortly after her. Concerned that they might be following her, she decided against driving straight home and instead called 911 to report the incident. Kathleen insists that although there was no direct confrontation, the couple's presence felt threatening. As the officer listens, he asks Kathleen for a description of the individuals. She describes them as a Hispanic couple. The woman appeared to be in her late 30s or early 40s, with dark hair pulled back and wearing casual clothing. The man, she recalls, had a medium build, a short beard, and was dressed in dark attire. She emphasizes that their demeanor felt off. They weren't just ordinary shoppers, but seemed to linger near her, their eyes constantly shifting in her direction. Despite never having a direct interaction with them, Kathleen remains adamant that their presence and behavior were unsettling, reinforcing her belief that they were up to something suspicious. Kathleen Sorensen claims the couple followed her into the parking lot, circling her car as she loaded her children inside. She alleges that one of them attempted to grab her stroller, though no physical contact occurred. She describes the tense moment, stating they were close enough to see each other, but never exchanged words. Despite the lack of direct confrontation, she insists their actions were deliberate and threatening, reinforcing her fear that she was being targeted. As the conversation ends, Officer McGovern assures Kathleen that her concerns will be taken seriously and that the security footage will be reviewed. With the interview concluded, the officer prepares to follow up on her report, ensuring all details are documented. On December 14, 2020, just days after speaking with police, Kathleen Sorensen posted a video on Instagram, claiming that her children were the targets of an kidnapping. In the video, she provides a more dramatic account of the incident, emphasizing her fear and belief that she narrowly escaped danger. The post quickly gains traction, spreading across social media and sparking widespread concern and debate. On December 14, 2020, the same day Kathleen Sorensen posted her Instagram video, police officers arrived at her home to follow up on her claims. Their visit was part of the ongoing investigation, as her social media post had drawn significant attention. The officers questioned her about the statements she made online, comparing them to her initial report. As they pressed for details, the differences between her police statement and her viral video became more apparent. Outside her home, Kathleen Sorensen sits with police officers, once again recounting her story. As she speaks, her husband arrives, urging her to answer her phone. Sensing the tension, he takes their visibly agitated son inside, allowing Kathleen to continue the conversation without distractions. As the footage shows, Sorensen appeared calm yet insistent that she had been targeted. She described the couple in detail, emphasizing her fear and concern. However, officers remained neutral, noting inconsistencies in her story that would later become crucial in disproving her claims.
Help.
Help? Is that what she says?
Oh, no, she's saying hello.
Oh,
That's
hello.
just, yeah.
Oh, sweetie.
Sorry, you probably won't leave me alone, so as long as
That's
it's
fine.
okay with
No,
you.
absolutely. So anyway, back to this. We want to make sure that, because we are going to put their pictures out on media, if these are the people that in fact said were doing that, and they reached for the stroller and you thought they were going to kidnap you, these are important things that we
Yeah, that part, without a shadow of a doubt, that is what was happening. There is absolutely no rhyme or reason to someone taking steps forward and reaching. That is without a shadow of a doubt. I can see how the timing of following, the timing of following in, I can see how that could have been misinterpreted.
Do you remember what they were saying to you?
They didn't say anything to me.
Okay.
They were talking about the kids. They were describing their features.
Okay.
And then they said, they made comments about him not wearing a mask. I didn't listen clearly to everything that they were saying, but they were saying blonde hair, blue eyes.
Should be easy to distract. Should be easy to.
1 year old. They were just saying like things. Usually, what I was expecting at first was I thought they were going to make comment to that my kids were wearing masks, so that was where my head was at. And so I wasn't really listening in detail. I just heard mask kid the first time that I heard them talking. It's hard. I want to be.
No, I want you to take your time.
I really do want to be 100% sure because I do not want to falsely.
No.
Anything.
No. And we've all been there. It's like what you see one moment, and then you think about it later, and you're like, it could be here, it could be in the middle.
Well, and in addition to that, like this whole Instagram thing, like yesterday had 3,000 followers, mostly friends, people I went to school with. Like I did not think that this was going to be anything at all.
And we're getting people calling us because they live in Helena because now they're afraid of their children, which is one step. So we either want to reassure them that we're doing everything we can to find them, or it's like we're trying to give you justice and to do the right thing here. At the same time, there's a lot of eyeballs watching what's happening here.
So 100%. They reached for my stroller. 100% they were saying things that they shouldn't have been saying about my kids. 100% they circled my car towards the end.
They were parked closer to Michael's. They had no reason to go 3 cars beyond their own car to walk around my wife's car.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what's really.
And that is like I will testify. That is what happened. One thing that I have felt like I don't have 100%, and when people ask me, I say I don't really know. Is the white van? It very well could have just been coincidental that someone was in a van right behind me. It could have been a coincidence that he saw these guys doing something, and maybe he did think he wanted to help. So I don't feel comfortable or confident like calling out whoever that person is. I hope that is the case, and that you're not missing out on targeting someone else, but they for sure reached for my stroller, for sure walked around my car, and for sure were saying things about my kids.
So when they reached for your stroller, were your kids in the stroller?
Just he was. She was in her seat. He was in the top seat, but the stroller was facing me. We're behind my car. It's facing me, so it's facing away from them. And the way my stroller is that there's a seat on the bottom, so they were reaching for like that bottom seat.
Is that where he was?
He was in the top seat.
The top seat, okay.
Yeah, I'm facing away from them, so the bottom seat is in the back, facing forward.
And did they say anything to you?
No, and I kept trying to make eye contact. I couldn't say anything to them for them to go away, but I was trying to make eye contact just to even let them know that I was watching. They wouldn't talk to me. They wouldn't say anything. But at the end, when I asked for help, they did kind of go like, oh, like, yeah, as if I was talking to them maybe or something, and then they got in their car. So, the gentleman in the white van was still there when you asked for help. Is that who were you asking help to? The way the cars were parked, they were parked closer to the store and closer to the Dollar Tree area. And it was just an old man who happened to be out behind his car. He either just got there, I didn't pay attention to that aspect, but he was just behind his car and just looking right at what we were doing. And that's who you were asking for help? That's what you... Okay.
Officer McGovern then addresses a critical issue: the inconsistencies between Kathleen's statements and the store's surveillance footage. He points out that key details she provided earlier do not align with what was captured on video. Notably, Sadie and Eddie Martinez, the couple she accused of following her, were not seen trailing her through the store as she had claimed. As these discrepancies surface, the officers grow more skeptical, pressing Kathleen for further clarification. As police continued their investigation, they identified the couple Sorensen had accused. Sadie and Eddie Martinez, a Latino couple, were shocked to learn they were suspects in a kidnapping case. They vehemently denied the accusations, stating they were simply shopping for Christmas decorations that day. Security footage corroborated their innocence, showing no suspicious behavior. In an emotional statement to the media, the couple expressed their distress at being falsely accused and feared the racial implications of the allegations. With no evidence supporting Sorensen's claims, authorities charged her with filing a false police report. In April 2023, she was convicted on one count of knowingly making a false report of a crime. The judge sentenced her to 90 days in jail, along with probation and mandatory community service. The case became a cautionary tale about the dangers of false allegations and their potential to harm innocent people. Kathleen Sorensen's case is a stark reminder of how misinformation can spread rapidly, especially in the age of social media. False accusations not only waste police resources, but can also devastate the lives of innocent people. The bodycam footage and surveillance video played a crucial role in uncovering the truth, ultimately leading to justice for Sadie and Eddie Martinez. What do you think about this case? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more case breakdowns.